and I'm here today with All Kings Fall, who have just released their latest album, Grip Control. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Jonathan, I'm the drummer.
I'm Mitch, guitars, vocals.
I'm Ian, bass vocals. Baby.
We're just going to start talking about Grip Control. This is a concept album, is that correct?
Yeah.
See.
Can you explain to the fans, perhaps, the inspiration behind this concept, or what the concept is?
Okay, well, the beginning of the inspiration for the idea of the whole thing was kind of collected between the three of us, but for me personally, it was more so watching like my family members all growing up, and the whole thing is a progression. So it's the whole album is personified progression of this character that takes life where he's in his youth, he's fairly povertous, doesn't have a whole lot as far as like money or social stature, things of that nature. And he goes through the natural progression of searching for money and that, you know, any unspoken power, all the evils that come along with it. And then he realizes once he gets to the top and has all the wealth and all the things he wanted originally, everything that he starves and strives for as a human being is actually back at the bottom. So the whole thing is a progression to the top and then back down, humbling himself through the whole thing, and then it ends in an instrumental. So it leaves it up to perception as the listener to whatever happens to said character.
Open-ended.
Yeah.
Nice.
And inspired families and everybody we watch go through that same thing, that starve and work and kill themselves doing all that for nothing and having nothing in return for just working their fucking lives away, all that jazz.
That's deep.
For me, the album is about the journey, not the destination, which is true. It's about the one person's journey through it. You know,
Absolutely. And as a listener, if you take a look at it as a conceptual album, it rolls through the whole songs. We try to blend them together as such, so it gives you a different outlook when you're just listening from beginning to end. It's not just 12 tracks, it's a story as it is.
Kind of serves as like almost a bit of a warning sign too. Actually, you can almost the album's almost a mirror. You know, it's, the listeners are supposed to follow this guy through and question themselves if are they doing the same thing? Are they leaving what's important behind to try and chase some fruitless endeavor?
Alright, so I know this is a question that people have been dying to have answered since your guys' career has been progressing in our metal scene. How would you say that things have differed from when you were a 4-piece band down to a 3-piece?
In every way imaginable.
We've improved
better now.
Every aspect of the band has improved. We feel more free to write anything and everything that comes our way and just kind of go with it. I think we're more in tune with each other. Just as a power trio than we were with 4 members. I mean, honestly, if you listen to the second album compared to the first, I think our music speaks for itself.
I agree.
And I hope our fans love it too. And we want feedback. I want to know if we're getting better, which we should be.
I mean, we get a lot of feedback from bands, but fans are cool too. Be like, hey man, you guys are cool, but Ian's bass sounds like shit, you know, or whatever,
right?
Or whatever.
Or like
You
if Mitch is slacking, I don't know.
Yeah, so you can't even come up with anything. 'Cause I'm too cool.
We need feedback on it.
Yeah.
We need some feedback here.
But yeah, no, and especially as our sound went, like, especially when we dropped the, lost the last member in combination. Ian and I especially really sat and had to figure out how to make our sound louder because we were missing that full, entire whole other instrument. So I went through this huge progress of tone. Ian went through this huge progression of tone and through multiple head units and just all types of shit. And now we've kind of landed somewhere to where we get a lot of feedback from people who have like a good idea of where it's at. And,
so far the comments
comments
have been pretty positive.
Been successful.
Yeah, they're pretty well received so far. So.
That's good though, because it gave you guys the time to self-reflect as musicians, especially because I'm sure it gets hard to do that kind of thing after you've been in the scene for so long. You probably start to just kind of settle in to your style, and now you've expanded from that point.
And especially if you don't get to hear it back, listening to Grip Control, especially for me now that it's out, I get to hear how it sounds. When you're playing it, you don't get to hear necessarily the attitude and the power of everything you're doing. And sometimes when you hear it back, you're like, oh my god, that's totally shit. Like, that doesn't sound anything like when I'm playing on stage. So, like, it's definitely cool for that aspect, too.
Speaking of your guys' career, this could be for each of you to tell me, and everyone out there, of course, what your favorite show or venue has been thus far.
Ooh. Since for about the last year or so? Shit. Oh, God. Oh man, the last show we just had was really a ton of fun in Green Bay at the Lyric Room in Green Bay. I love that venue. Love the Lyric Room in Green Bay. Always an awesome time.
Yeah, it's definitely a great one.
Yeah. Always great turnouts.
Yeah, great sound too.
The Hijinks, honestly, is probably my personal, as far as venues go, like just the sound and the bands that they pull in and the vibe. Like, the owners are cool, bartenders are cool, sound guys super cool. There's a cool backstage area, green room, all that shit that's provided.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not super formal about anything. You just show up and you jam and it sounds awesome. It's a really cool place.
Yeah. And I haven't been there in a while, but the Reptile Palace in Oshkosh, that's my favorite venue. We're coming back.
That one's cool. It's got the cool underground feel
to
it.
Yeah, oh yeah. I love that. Love that place. Awesome.
I guess for the same reasons that Mitch would say that Hijinks, I gotta say Happy's up in Woodruff.
Oh yeah, Happy.
Another great venue. Great atmosphere up there.
Happy is the man who takes good care of his bands when they come through.
Yes. Love it again.
Absolutely. Local band inspiration. Throw some names out there.
Angra
Yeah.
Angra. Those guys are hard working and they sound fucking amazing.
Fucking it.
Yeah,
And
I love those guys.
hell yeah, man.
Yeah, they're right up there on my top listens right now. Waiting on their stuff's coming out soon.
Yeah, stuff in there.
Everybody's coming out with stuff. Come out with stuff. Yeah, hurry up. I want more interviews.
Can't say that we're not inspired by Squid Hammer Metal, man. Like, honestly, we've done a whole bunch of stuff with those dudes, and like, they've had a whole lot to do with who we've become over the past couple of years.
Oh yeah, Squid.
Regardless of what everybody else is fucking doing, those dudes have been really cool to us, you know. And every other band has been too, but they've been just like try to keep close, and that's cool.
I definitely love seeing him playing with Toxic Room.
Fuck yeah.
And those guys. Those guys
been a while.
Toxic Room kicks ass, and
oh god,
Dave Miller is one of my favorite drummers on the scene. Love his style, everything.
They're all good, dude. Jamming with one. Beetleborg kicks ass. Fucking Of the Earth, man. I mean, we fucking live with Jake. He's that dude has been around the past fucking 10 years of my life. Like, him and I have grown as fucking humans, let alone musicians. So, like, I don't know. There's so many of them. Like, and that's one thing we really try is to just be really cool with everybody, man. You know, like, everybody's got their super close homies, but we try to treat everybody like 20 Watt Tombstone. Tom, me personally,
great act.
and Mitch, they're both great, but like Tom's given me a lot of really important advice that I've taken really strongly. That's helped in my success personally and as a band. Like there's a lot of good ones, man. All Out Mutiny, fucking A, man. I mean, obviously Robbie took me on tour. Can't fucking thank him enough for that, dude. And just as a band, and Sakura too. You're in that too, motherfucker. You've been really great and huge inspiration on me vocally, dude. And as a front man, that dude cannot be denied. He is. That
guy commands attention on stage.
That's very inspirational singers.
Anyway, now Ian broke the cipher.
Yeah.
If you could open for any band, doesn't matter, nationally, locally, globally.
If Slayer would have been on my list for a band I've always wanted to open up for, but now, since we talked about it all last year with them retiring and whatnot, I'm not sure that they would be up there. Probably Guar again, because that would be fun. And just to bring everyone to a Guar show again.
For the record, he's opened up for Guar, not me.
Years and years ago, but if I could do it again, I probably would.
I don't know if it was John. Were you a part of opening up for Guar? John was too.
John was there. Yep, a long time.
I was like 10.
Fucking Canary.
Yeah, that was a previous band. Don't bother googling it. It's not out there. None of those tracks are out there.
So sick.
The two dead bands
sucked.
Yeah.
Anyway,
not the
I want to open up for Gojira. That would be a fucking dream show in any way, shape, or form. Those dudes, I want to be in their crowd and on their stage. And I would totally be the dude to dive into nobody. I don't even care. Just so I can get a camera, jumping off of the Gojira stage would be sweet.
I'd have to say, since I took, a good portion of my influence and inspiration from Chris Adler, I'd have to say Lamb of God, for sure.
That'd be a cool one. Their crowd, either way, their crowd's huge, so that'd be able to play for thousands of people.
Especially if they played more like Ashes of the Wake and Sacrament.
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah, sure.
The good songs would be cool.
What about your music in particular? Do you want people to remember?
How much fun we've been having. We've been having a
Absolutely.
ton of fun with a lot of these bands, man. Like every single show we go to, I don't think there's never any bad vibes. There's never any, assholes that are hanging out just there, not even to check out the bands. It's usually
they usually just kind of corner off to themselves and don't
Yeah.
bother anyone else.
Yeah, everyone's
more
pretty
just
supportive of each other,
personable,
yeah.
not even really jerks or mean.
It's a ton of fun. Yeah, we've been having a ton of fun. That's the one thing that I want people to take away from this. That our band and the music we make it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Regardless of where this train takes us next, I mean, it's been a hell of a ride so far.
Hell yeah.
I personally feel like I've lived more than a lot of people live in their entire lives just in the couple of years that we've been a band.
Yeah, last couple of years, yeah.
Well, it's it's undeniable the fact that you guys have, quite the impact on, pretty much everybody you run into, musically or otherwise. So, people remember you guys as the crowd about as much as they remember you on stage as well. So it's pretty.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Wrath, I'm coming for you. We'll be on the stage. I don't even care.
It's going down.
Yeah. Next time we fist bump, we'll be on the stage.
What can we look forward to in the future?
More music videos, more dumb random videos.
Our steam hasn't stopped. I mean, we've got a whole slew of new tunes in the works.
Oh,
and,
We got to pound out the second album, and we're already 2 to 3 tunes into the third one. So, I mean, we're rolling.
Those guys, they're going to have all kinds of cool new merch coming up.
And a lot of shows, man. I mean, we got this weekend, we got Orange Fest coming up. We got,
Fest.
Our yearly October Orange Fest show. That'll be in Madison at the Art Inn. Get down there.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, I'm horrible at remembering things.
Then we got our Halloween show coming up in November 2nd.
Yep, November 2nd.
Breast Fest.
Pretty much, few shows
That's
every single
coming up,
month. We got 3 shows coming up pretty much now through January, so. And then just setting up as much more, hopefully touring next year.
Yep, 2019!
A couple bands are trying to
2019.
hop on some small tours. We're trying to do like a mini tour thing where we can find bands and blast for like 4 or 5 days.
Yep.
And then just grab another band, blast for 4 or 5 days, and just do that as much as we can throughout the summer and help spread the jelly, man.
That'll give us, we'll gain a lot of knowledge just on what we need to prepare ourselves for longer tours than anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, message to your fans.
Stay raw, stay real, stay heavy.
Yeah, and I want to see you out at shows. I want to see you all out there moving around, man, thrashing around.
Yeah, even if you have even a slight itch to just get into shit, do it. Don't wait for the rest of the crowd to do it. I see everybody. I see all these people where you're like, oh, that guy. If one man would walk up here, that guy would, then that guy, then everybody does.
Yeah.
Like, just do it, man. If you want to rock, fucking rock.
You guys ever seen that video,
sure.
right, where there's a bunch of ping pong balls sitting on unloaded mouse traps, and then you just throw one?
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of how
Same
mosh
shit.
pit starts.
Yeah.
It just takes one, man, and then it's fucking 8.
But you guys got to get out to shows. Don't just leave a like on Facebook or interested in coming to the show. Actually show up to the show. Get people out there. Like, that's what I want people to do. Show up.
Go to shows. If you want the band scene to stay alive, you need to get out there. We know it's cold.
Fans are the lifeblood of the scene.
That's right.
Right? It's cold outside, but the venues are warm.
That's right.
So, and so is alcohol.
Yeah.
Guarantee you jumping around the pit for 10 minutes, you'll be sweating your ass off, no matter how cold it is out there.
I get hot just photographing you guys just by the lights. So I know it's warm in there. Where can fans find your music right now?
Oh, man, almost everywhere.
Yeah, we're
online.
We're on all the major media outlets: iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube.
CDbaby.com.
We have
Yeah.
CD Baby is that's we
Main
go through
distribution.
for distribution and everything, and through them you can purchase physical copies of our first album. We're in the works of ordering physical copies for Grip Patrol.
Next few
Yeah,
shows.
those
So-
they're coming.
Next few shows we'll be able to rack some rollover.
By
and
the,
have them
but we
physical
will have
copies.
them before the end of the year.
Absolutely.
That is a guarantee.
New merch, new album. It's all. That's all. Physical stuff is all coming, and
The albums,
that'll be great when they
the
come.
albums will be done before the end of the year. Merch, we'll hope.
That's
hope.
Merch is expensive. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, man. What are you gonna do? Forget about
Oh,
it.
yeah, basically. So you've heard it from them. Get out there, go to shows, see these guys play, help them get on bigger bills. You know the drill. Help out your music scene. This has been Mayhem Underground. I'm Emily. This is All Kings Fall.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in.
Woo, thrash
Ah.
fast.
Draw.